everybody, Virginia Sam Prince 10 here, and I have clinical depression and post-traumatic stress disorder, also known as PTSD, and I kind of wanted to talk about that, because, I kind of suffer through it every day, and I know a lot of other people struggle with that every day, so I kind of wanted to talk about what does that mean to me. So there's not going to be any music in the background or anything like I have been doing in my past videos. This is going to be just a one take, just me talking thing. So I might flub up a bit on my words. I might get emotional, stuff like that. So I apologize in advance. So basically, having depression is pretty much where you feel like you're nothing, in my opinion. I've seen that kind of thrown around, and clinical wise, from what I was told, it just kind of like I had some chemical imbalances in my head. But the thing is, I've always been battling depression for as long as I remember. Like even when my oldest brother, he ended up committing suicide, and it got even worse when my grandma passed her in a coma, because my grandma raised me, since I was a kid till I was 13 years old, and that broke me, and I haven't really been the same since. I've really tried. I thought the cure for my depression was helping other people, because I've always had a heart for helping people. There's been plenty of times where I've helped friends, and I always felt good about it. I never felt like I needed an award for it. I never, went to my family and said, hey, I did this for my friend. Do I deserve something? No, I just felt like me just helping people just made me feel good. And I thought that was the solution, but it wasn't, because the thing is, I was forgetting myself. When my grandma passed out in a coma, I just stopped ignoring me. I stopped loving me. I felt like I wasn't important anymore. I felt like it's not about me. It's about other people I need to make happy. But I was wrong. I was really wrong. That was one of the worst mistakes I've made in my life. Because now I'm having to build those pieces back up for me. And it's tough. It really is. It's every day in my life, I have to struggle in my head. I always have these things missing with me in my head. That's why I always have my headphones in. That's why I always have my music in. Because it's like, I need that stuff to shut up. Because it's just like, it's kind of like with my PTSD. I have flashbacks a lot. And I always minorly had them because of some of the trauma. But it got worse when my ex and me broke up. Because the way things happened after that, it was just bad. It was really, really bad. And I'm even still suffering the effects from that today. The PTSD, I'm reliving moments every day. Let's be real. I relive every day of stuff I just wish I could forget. Even the stuff that happened to me as a kid, in my teenage years, the stuff I've seen. It was tough, I don't even like talking about it a lot, because it's just like, I'm already reliving it. Why do I need to talk about it? It's not fun. And it's like, sometimes I feel like even if I talk about it, who's really going to understand? Are they just trying to know just to know? And it's kind of stuff that goes on in my head. And the thing is, I'm really fighting. Like I said earlier, I fight every day to have a stasis of normal. Right now, I'm able to function because I fought with myself in my head enough to calm down those thoughts. But man, when I'm tired and when I get home, those thoughts, they're running rapid. They're running rapid, and I can't control it. There's been plenty of times where I've gone to work where if I hadn't gotten sleep and I'm down, it's because I can't calm those thoughts down. Because I feel like this failure, this person who can't do nothing right, this person who, trusted the wrong people and got screwed over at the end of the day. I just feel horrible, Like, I don't deserve to be among this earth. And unfortunately, that's a real reality. You know, this is real. This is me. You know, I just it's hard for me to even try to get along with people and get friends, because it's like, I don't know if those friends are going to turn their back on me. Because I've had that happen. I've had friends turn back on me. Turn their back on me. I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm flubbing up, but it's just like, I just want to be happy, and I want the world to be happy, and that's something at first I was just striving for the world. Now I want to strive for me. But here's the thing, I had a therapist tell me this, that, a lot of people call me Trey in real life. And as a matter of fact, on my Facebook, it's Trey Cooper. And if you go back and watch my old videos on this channel, it was Trey King of Byakugan Cooper, back when I was like in my big Naruto phase. Because the thing is, my real name is Debrion, right? I put Debrion aside. I put that Debrion person aside, and I let Trey handle things, because it's like, Debrion couldn't do it. Debrion is still that 8-year-old kid inside of me crying and suffering. Whereas Trey was a cool guy. Like Trey, people loved Trey, People loved me as Trey, and it always felt good, because it's like, when I got home, I just wasn't really ever happy, I always put on a persona that I was, I bet my family can tell you, that I live in Arkansas. They're pretty much none the wiser to, my reactions, and how I felt, it was just, it was very bad times, even the times where, I was with my ex. It's like, there was some good moments, but it was just like, we were horrible for each other, That's why I have some trauma from that too. That's why I felt like my PTSD kind of really kicked in after that, because there was some stuff that was traumatic from that. It just was not healthy, we weren't healthy for each other, and that's the unfortunate reality of it. I did this thing where I was trying to find my grandma and other people, and after that, I came to realize I'm not going to have my grandma again. And that sucks, Finding people like my grandma. Hell, even finding people like my mom. My mom was a big cause of my trauma, admittedly. I will admit that. I've been burned by her so many times, with her being back and forth on the drugs and everything. But the one thing I can say about my mom is she was just so positive. No matter how many times she relapsed, no matter, hell, even when she took over my grandma's house and sold all my stuff for drug money, which, was also part of the trauma, it was a thing where that positive energy, I went in there all angry and everything, about to say something to her, and then I just cried and broke down, because it's just like, this is the mom I know, whether she was playing a character or not, it was just something that she's always done. And I miss that, I don't have anybody that's as positive as my mom was, and that shit sucks. That shit really sucks. And my grandma made me who I was, My mom taught me manners. My grandma raised me up. She wanted me to be the best me that I can be. And I'm trying every day, but I'm suffering. I'm suffering. And I'm not saying that in the sense that I'm the only one suffering. A lot of people are. But it's just that I can't downplay my emotion. I know there's people who got it worse than me, right? People tell me that a lot. And I know they mean well, but it's just that you shouldn't. I belittled my problem a lot, because it's like, yeah, there's kids starving in Africa and everything, but my problem is just as important as those people's problems. At least that's why my therapist worded it. She worded it better than I did just now. about how that just because somebody's going through it worse doesn't mean my problems isn't as important. So basically, this is 10 minutes in. I'm about to stop the video. But I just wanted to, if there's a positive message in this that I can give, is keep fighting. That's something I'm always trying to push. Keep fighting. Don't ever give up. Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm fighting with myself to never give up, even though I really want to. Like, honestly, I do. I just don't know how to keep going like this, or how I'm going to keep going like this. I think I owe it to my coworkers and my friends I consider family, and heck, to the family members I still do kind of talk to. But even then, it's just those times where I just feel so lonely. And even though I know I'm not alone, my head fills me with these emotions that I am alone. Like, who is like, heck, I'm talking to a camera right now about stuff I wouldn't normally talk to other people about, because it's like, will they really understand? You know, like, who would understand me, and would they even care? Because I can kind of see that a lot of the times I don't see that from a lot of people. And I'm not saying that I need a lot of people to care, because I do get that from people. You know, I got people that I love so much for showing me that love. But then I see the people who I considered people I loved kind of ignore me, back past me, you know, make these insensitive jokes about me. And that doesn't fly with me. You know, it really doesn't, because it's just, that shit hurts. So yeah, that's it. This ended up being more of a rant, or me talking to the camera to get some stuff out, I guess, than talking about what depression and PTSD means to me. But I think there was a message in there somewhere about how to keep going, and that's kind of what I wanted to push. Like, you know I went through some stuff. As a matter of fact, I have people tell me all the time when I tell them my life story of some stuff I went through. They're like, dude, like, how are you laughing? How are you smiling? How are you going through it? I just have. You know, I created this persona named Trey, and Trey's hurting too right now. So it's just like, I'm not Debrion or Trey. At least, you know, I get people to call me Trey because it's easier to say than my real name, you know. But it's just that Trey's just as hurt as Debrion. I can't hide it anymore. And I just kind of wish that I wish I still could. So, but anyway, that's it. I've been going on a little while. But anyway, this is Virginia San Princeton. I'm going to try to come up with another video later on this week, hopefully. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye. Peace out.